Hello, and welcome to lesson 18 of this Introduction to Linear Algebra with Wolfram U. The topic of the lesson is inner products. So let's begin with a brief overview of the lesson. So in an earlier lesson, we had talked about the addition and scalar multiplication of vectors in n-dimensional space. So for example, over here you have two vectors u and v. Each is a list of length 2, and c is a scalar, and c is equal to 5. Now, if you want to add u and v, you can just do u plus v. And to do that, you simply add the components. So here, so 1 plus 2 is 3, and then 3 plus 7 is 10. And if you want to do c times u, then just do c into u over here, and you simply multiply each component of u by the number 5. Okay, now in this lesson, we'll talk about the inner or the dot product of two vectors. And here's an example. So u dot v will give back a number. In this case, it's 23. And to see how it came about, you simply multiply the x component, so to speak. So 1 times 2 is 2. The y component, 3 times 7 is 21. And then 2 plus 21 is 23. So really, it's a very simple operation we'll talk about today. But the point is that this operation of inner product can be used to define lengths of vectors, distance between vectors, angle between vectors, and the question about orthogonality, or when are two vectors perpendicular. Okay, so let's begin with a definition of the inner product. So suppose you've got two vectors u and v, and you can think of them as being column matrices. So if you do a transpose of first vector u, you get a row matrix, a 1 by n matrix. And if you do u transpose times v, then you get a 1 by 1 matrix, which is of course just a number. Now, this number here is called the inner product of u and v. And in practice, all you do is you define u dot v as being the row over here times column over there. So it is u1 into v1, and then u2 into v2, and then un into vn, all added up. So you simply multiply component by component, add the results, and you get the inner product. So for example, here are two vectors u and v. Now they are in 3D. And if you want to compute the inner product, you do 4 times 3 plus 6 times 4 plus 2 times 1, and you get back the answer 38. And you can check the answer with the dot function. You get back just the same number. Okay, so on to a more formal discussion. So we have something called an inner product space defined now. So let's say you have u, v, and w being vectors in Rn and c being a scalar, then u dot v is the same as v dot u. So this operation is kind of commutative. And if you do u plus v dot w, that's the same as doing u dot w and v dot w and then adding them. And the scalar c could be anywhere in the operation, either on the left, or in the middle, etc. Okay, and one other important point is that if you do a dot product of a vector with itself, the answer will always be non-negative, and it will be 0 if and only if the vector itself is 0. So we have a vector space with the operations of addition and scalar multiplication, and now we have an inner product, and together they give us something called an inner product space. So Rn is now an inner product space. Okay, so on to the notion of the length of vectors. So suppose you have a vector with components u1, u2 up to un. Then to find the length, what you do is you work out a square root of u dot u. And that turns out to be non-negative because you're always squaring things. So the length of a vector is simply going to be the square root of u1 square, u2 square up to un square. So for example, here's a vector u. You want to work out the length, so you do square root of 3 square plus 2 square plus negative 1 square, and you get back square root of 14. And we have the norm function, which will give you exactly the same result. So norm function will compute the length of a vector for you. Next, what if there are two vectors? Well, if you've got two vectors u and v, then you can talk about the distance, the Euclidean distance between them, as being simply the norm of u minus v. So for example, you have u and v over here. You want to work out the distance between them, so you do a square root of the difference of all the coordinates squared and add up, and you get back an answer. You can check the answer with norm. You do norm of u minus v. And we also have a nice function called Euclidean distance in the Wolfram language, which will give you just the same answer. Okay, next, how about angles? So if you have two non-zero vectors u and v, then you can define an angle between them by this formula over here. The point being that the inner product will give a value which determines the angle. And then depending upon whether u dot v is large or small, you'll get different angles. So for example, you got u over being 2, 3 and v being -3, 4. You can work out the angle using this formula over here. And we have a nice function called vector angle, which will give you just the same answer. And you can convert the answer into degrees by doing 180 over pi times the answer, because the answer was in radians early on. So the degree measures about 70 degrees. So that's the notion of angle between vectors. And the most important point is that if u dot v is 0, then you have cosine of theta 0, so theta is 90, and that is a very important concept in linear algebra, namely the concept of orthogonality. So if you're on the plane, then two vectors are perpendicular if the angle between them is 90 degrees. And this idea can be generalized to give you the notion of orthogonality. Ortho is right, so you want to talk about right angles in any number of dimensions where you don't have an idea of angle really. So the point is that two vectors u and v in Rn are defined to be orthogonal if their inner product is 0. That's a nice simple condition for being right angled in any dimensions. Now, just like in the plane, we have a kind of Pythagorean relation, Pythagorean theorem, which says that the norm of u plus v square is norm u square plus norm v square if and only if the vectors are orthogonal. So that's the defining property of orthogonality, and that's the Pythagorean relation. So you've got u dot v equals 0 and then the Pythagorean relation. Okay, so as an example for orthogonality, you have two vectors u and v. Let's compute the dot product, and you see it's 0, so the vectors are orthogonal. And then you can verify the Pythagorean relation by doing norm of u plus v square and checking the same as norm u square plus norm v square. And you can do that a little more formally by setting up an equation, and you get back true. It says that we do have the Pythagorean relation for these orthogonal vectors. Okay, so that's the end of this rather short but very important lesson in which we defined the inner product using the dot function. Then we defined the lengths of vectors, the distance between them, and the angle between them in any number of dimensions. But most important, we talked about orthogonality, which says that you have right-angled behavior if the dot product is 0. Now here we talked about orthogonal vectors and pairs, but the next time we'll talk about orthogonal sets of vectors, but that's for another lesson. For now, I'll stop. Thank you very much.